Hello, this is Lavinia. Welcome to Hawthorne Showcase. Hawthorne is our 2-year-old F4 buck. He is 29 inches tall, G6S negative by testing, and he was born on May the 28th, 2018. I hope you find this information about Hawthorne helpful. In 2018, we decided it was time to add a new herd sire. I quickly realized in order to compete with other miniature breeds in the smaller sanctioned shows, we needed to improve withers and width on our does. So, after a long search in 2018, I finally found these attributes in Hawthorne at Breezy Creek Farm. The pics above, along with pics on the next couple of slides, is what I reviewed to determine if Hawthorne would help improve our herd. After reviewing his dam's lineage and her utter performance, we made the decision to bring Hawthorne home to Virginia all the way from Washington State. Now is when the work started to figure out the safest way to get him home. I decided it would be easier to fly him, but since he was born later in the year and he would need to go through Atlanta, it became an issue with the heat. Fortunately, working with Sarah Donaldson, daughter of the Silliman family, made this much easier. Mr. Silliman even made a trip one day after work for me to pick up Hawthorne's traveling crate I had found and purchased on Craigslist in Washington State. Very nice folks to work with, and it made this transition much easier. I still have that little bill that Hawthorne has on in these pics. It's really cute. So, again, we needed to wait until the temperature at the Atlanta airport would be under 80 degrees when he arrived. So, the wait was on because summer was upon us. I was just beginning to think we would have to wait until fall to fly him home. As I reviewed pics that Sarah would send me, I was just loving the length and width on this little guy and was very anxious to get him home in time for fall breeding. I know I probably drove Sarah crazy as I was continuously asking her how his withers were as he was growing. But as luck happened, a miracle came our way. Sarah contacted me one day and said, "I have a friend that is traveling to Kentucky to work at the Noah's Ark, and she would be glad to transport Hawthorne with her." It was just a win-win for us all, as it helped her with her traveling expenses, and we got a personal ride for Hawthorne. The pic on the left is right before he left his maiden home for his next adventure in life. This lovely person ended up to be Tiffany Wilcox. Who better to transport your buckling but Tiffany? We were to meet them in Kentucky near the Noah's Ark when they arrived. They drove straight through from Washington, switching drivers as they made their way across the states. When we finally got to meet Hawthorne, he had just fell in love with Tiffany, as she was his wonderful caretaker for 5 days. If she moved, boy, he was following her and staying on her heels. It was funny. Anyway, Hawthorne spent the night with us in our motel room and was a quiet boy. We hardly knew he was there. The next day, we traveled back home, and in West Virginia, we stopped to take this picture on the right and rest, and told him he'd be home soon. Phew, what a trip for this poor little kid. In the fall of that year, we had planned to breed him to only one of our does, Brandy, as we had several others we were breeding to start new lines as F1s. It didn't work out, as Brandy thought he was just too young for her. So we just waited until the fall of 2019 and bred him to 2 of our F1s in 2019. We are very pleased with his kids' length, width, and overall general appearance. They also have great personalities, and some have moon spots. These pics were taken this month in June, so you could see how he is coming along with his growth. I have seen some faint moon spots showing on him as well this year as he sheds out, which I haven't noticed before. I expect him continue to fill out this year as he moves into his 3rd year. Hawthorne is a very nice buck. He is easy to handle and very friendly, and he has been a healthy boy. This is Hawthorne's registration certificate to provide you his lineage. These are his original papers that have not been updated with Moonman's virtual championship or his Milk Star. I will include web links to both Hawthorne's sire and dam in the description of this YouTube video. Both of these websites will provide all the information and history for his sire and dam. This is Blackberry's Moonman. Moonman has received his virtual championship and Milk Star by progeny. California Blackberry Green Acres Farm described a Moonman to me as a super laid-back, easygoing buck. He is easy to handle and very low maintenance. They have found that Moonman has improved overall area of udder attachments and more ideal placed teats without sacrificing udder capacity. And I want to thank them for all their help gathering information on Moonman. Thank you guys. This is Breezy Creek's Holly, Hawthorne's dam. She is a 3rd gen mini Nubian. And Breezy Creek Farm had these comments about her. As a 2-year-old first freshener, she milked over a gallon a day at just 2 months fresh. Holly has great teat size, shape, and her overall udder attachment is tight. I was really impressed with Holly and her general appearance, which influenced me to get Hawthorne. She's a beautiful doe. Thank you all for visiting and watching Hawthorne's showcase.